Alright, what is up, YouTube? My couple subscribers, the viewers, the likes, dislikes, the commenters. What are you guys doing today? And here in PA, where I live, the part of PA I live in, it's kind of cold today, a little windy. But other than that, I'm not going to let it stop me. I did start a montage for gaming. It's been hard for me to game lately because I have like a lot of doctor's appointments and shit. But I am keeping you guys posted and updated. Lately, I've been going through a lot. And one of these videos, I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about myself. Why it's hard for me at times. You know what? I might just do in this video. For me growing up, it was not the greatest of all. I went through a lot growing up, with abuse from a family member, but, growing up without a dad, birth dad, the stepdad had to take his place, which I do appreciate a lot, and I love you, Dad, stepdad. And growing up without dad, it was really hard for me to, cope with a lot of things like my depression and stuff like that. But growing up, the way I look back now at being 21, I feel like it helps me in the long run because it made me who I am today. And, and then, with my younger grandparents raising me, I was very appreciative of that. Because they were they are like my parents, My older grandpa passed away. I felt like I lost my dad because he was like my role model. He was the dad I never really had growing up. But it did help me in the long run. He told me a lot of stories. But anyway, from that, I realized from, going through different medication as a kid, because they couldn't figure out what I had until later in the years. I was diagnosed with borderline suicidal, and dealing with anxiety and, that kind of stuff. But having friends did help me in the long run. Because if I didn't really have the friends that I had growing up and the friend that I got now, I would probably not be here to this day. Sorry about that. And also, I went to talk to someone about what I might have, which I did find out I do have. I actually suffer from mild traumatic stress disorder, and so it's hard for me to make videos when I get woken up at random, because maybe nightmares, dreams, or like with certain noises in my house, I would wake up from and not be able to go back to sleep. In school, I was bullied the heck out of. Like, I was that kid that didn't want to go to school, but I did just so I can graduate. When I reached Votech is where I realized I was not the only one that could not fit in anymore or anywhere. Found like as in school I was a misfit, a punk, kind of like a misfit outcast kind of deal. And so it was hard for me to make friends back in school. But it was very interesting at Votech. And after I graduated, near the year I graduated, back in 2013 into 2014, so I would have been about a senior. My grandpa, the one I was talking about a little bit ago, passed away, and so it was hard for me to cope with a lot of things because he was my actual role model. He was that guy I would talk on the phone like, hey, this is how my day is going. Or like, I'm not feeling too swift, can I talk to you? And it was really hard to do that with other family members because I could trust not to tell anyone. But anyway, so growing up to the way I did, not really having my parents around, did help me a lot because it, it, it taught me how to respect other family members a little more. But I do actually have flashbacks, which is also another issue. But yeah, so if you guys, but now I realize what my heritage is, kind of thing. How I enjoy life is I listen to some country music and talk to a few buddies. I'm hoping we go to a bar soon or whatever because I could use a beer right now. And also, if you're still in school viewing this, if you feel like people are bullying you, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm not gonna be like sugarcoating this shit. For the school that I went to, I used to tell them all the time that I was getting bullied by these students. They didn't do shit. They only cared about the education. Now, for me, I got put into what most call a special class, or IU 13. When you can't concentrate in class, and I was like, I can't concentrate in class, when I keep getting picked on. So how do you expect me to get my education in? But I don't understand why or what they put me in there for. I do know I was always goofing around because, that's how I kind of, I guess, coped with some of the stuff. But, so, if you guys feel like you're being picked on, do what you feel is right. My girlfriend told me, someone was, physically hurting her, in school. So I told her, if I was in that state, I'd fucking kick his ass because he has no right, to be laying a hand on a lady or any kind of sort like that. Because if you're a guy and you hit a woman, your ass deserves to get kicked. I don't give a fuck who you are or what you've done, but you are one fucked person. And I'm not appreciative of people laying their hands on my girlfriend because then I get really pissed and then I can't do anything because I'm not in your fucking state to kick your fucking ass. But but in school with the bullies, they're going to be in school. They're going to be probably until whatever happens, because until something happens with the bullies, there's nothing that's going to change. Teachers can't do anything. The only thing that the parents could possibly do anymore, since you're not allowed to hit your kid, when he's probably the most disrespectful piece of shit,